cannot believe.
All right,
I'm kind of blown.
All right, let's fucking start.
I could believe it. I can believe it.
I'm just blown that it went down like this. It's the 7th day of the year. Steve Cohen said, "Ante up, motherfuckers! I'll make this trade right now."
Bro, but this is the thing. I feel like the trades and the moves happen like mad quick. Like mad quick.
Do you
They're recording talking baseball right now. I just saw BBD said he's smashing the Jeff passing button. So
all right, are you guys All right, let's talk. Let's start this up. We're live right now, so we're live right now. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all in the chat? What up? Oh my fucking Lord. I cannot believe this shit.
Cookie Carrasco, man, also in the deal.
Bro, they got Carrasco, they got Stroman, they got DeGrom.
Hold on. All right. Let's start this. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, what's going on? It is the new year. Say me or what the fuck? I don't know what's going on. It is January 7th. And I'm taking a break right now. Kids actually have lunch break right now, so if you guys hear them in the background, I'm sorry. But we had to go live. Not right now. I'm sorry. I apologize for last week's episode. The audio was horrible. I didn't even want to put that up. But we got a new streaming platform as well that we're going to try it on. And well, not the platform, but just the software. Thank you guys so much. And I was in a good mood until something that just happened, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Pinstripe Strong.
Let's do it.
That shit's gonna be so fucking tight. What are we doing? All right, enough of that. Yo, listen, welcome to the PinstripeStrong Podcast. It is your boy, Joe's McFly, where we are seriously serious about not taking things too serious. I am a frustrated Yankee fan at the age of 34, turning 35 this year. I'm joined here by my two co-hosts, Chris McFly and also Keith McFizzy. And by the way, some news just broke right now, and I am not. It's affecting my mood. Not because I'm hating on the Mets, guys. Let me preface this with that, okay? I'm not hating on the Mets. You know what? I'm happy for them. I'm fucking happy for them because they're actually doing something, okay? They're actually trying to better their team, all right? They're actually trying to better their team. Meanwhile, I don't know what's going on with the Yankees, okay? Jeff Passan just said the Mets are getting Lindor. I'm fucking shaking saying this. Lindor and Carlos Carrasco. Shout to them.
What? At what price? I want to know what they had to give up. Because I'm telling you, it's nothing crazy.
If they gave up anything short of a left nut, I'm gonna be very upset with the Yankees right now. And I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
They gave up. One of the guys they gave up was Jimenez. I think that they're like a top prospect shortstop that could come in. I think he could come in and play for the team already. Most like what I'm thinking is that they probably asked for Torres. They probably asked for Gleyber, and he was like, "Nah, I'll give you Gleyber."
Carlos in the chat say, "Yo, don't disrespect my boy Greg Allen like that." Yo, come on now. That's not the time. Come on,
Greg Allen.
We'll get to Greg Allen in a minute.
Socrates. I mean, we're philosophical over here. You know what I mean? The Yankees, man. You gotta understand how we make moves, man. We make moves ahead of the moves. You know what I mean? So let the Mets do what they do. That shit made no fucking sense. I don't know what the fuck the Yankees doing, man. I don't know what they're doing. I feel like it feels like and there's 30 teams, right? Out of the 30 teams, 2 big trades, San Diego, now the Mets with Cookie Carrasco and Lindor going to Queens, but I don't know what the fuck, man. It's we got beat by the Rays, glaring weaknesses in pitching, and then the Indians traded Carlos Carrasco.
Well, they're not even named the Indians. They're not going to be named the Indians anymore. So
the Cleveland team, right? The Cleveland team. My bad.
I don't know.
So What the fuck? I don't know. I mean, we made some small moves or whatever, and usually that happens every offseason where the Yankees made a small move, and it's like to build up for another move. But if we're gonna get into it now, if shit is gonna be starting on time, isn't spring training next month already, or in less than 2 months?
All right.
So I don't know.
If it
I
starts
don't know.
on
We
time.
still, if it starts on time, we got because
we got about a month.
We still have the glare. I mean, we still have the glaring need in pitching. Show up the bench, right? Like, what are we doing?
Well, I'll say this, because the question that Yankee fans have been having is, what are we doing? And
Right.
Someone tweeted me today and they said, no big free agents have signed. No big moves have happened, which is a lie. We're waiting. Why be the first team making moves, cutting checks? Let's see. The waiting game is about to be over. The Mets just anteed up.
I got the
Mets just said, listen, Steve Cohen era starts with the Francisco Lindor move that Yankee fans wanted to make, Blue Jays fans wanted to make. The Mets just did it. New York.
Exactly. I got the trade. I got the full trade here.
I just want to know what Cleveland gave up.
So Jeff Passan, well, the Mets gave up. So far,
what the Mets
this
gave up,
this is what it is so far. So Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco to the Mets. Cleveland get the shortstop Andres Jimenez, right-handed pitcher Josh Wolf, and outfielder Isaiah Green. I don't know where those dudes are ranked. Really want to check?
Go ahead. You could look it up. Could you look it up real quick, Chris? Maybe look those guys.
Mets prospect rankings. Let's see. So I said so Isaiah Green is number 10.
In all of baseball?
No, in the Mets.
In their system.
Yeah, in their system.
Okay.
So in their system, he's number 10. Isaiah Green. Andres Jimenez, where is he?
It's funny, we got a question saying, what would you trade for Lindor? Actually, we were going to do Q&A today, guys. And somebody asked, I know it's not going to happen, but you're right. You're right. You knew it wasn't going to happen. So why trade for a freaking superstar switch hitting shortstop cornerstone type of player when you have and I love
I'm just mad that they got a starting pitcher as well.
Oh no, I'm not mad at that. They're smart. I mean, but if the Yankees needed that,
as a Yankee fan, right? They just did what we would have loved to do, especially the Glaber
2019. So as of 2019, Andres Jimenez in all of baseball was ranked 92.
Andres
he was ranked 92.
And Josh.
Yeah, as of 2019. I was trying to look for him in 2020, but he didn't come up. What? Let me see. Was the other guy Josh what?
Andreas Jimenez and Josh Wolf. They're not names that anybody should know.
Josh Wolf is not even in the top 100.
They're not names that anybody should know. I think Uncle Steve is already finessing. I'll be finessing.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Lindor is a free agent. So I like, listen, we'll give you Jimenez. He's at least a top 100, but the other two motherfuckers is trash. And give us Carlos Carrasco while you at it.
We're not gonna say trash, right? But we'll say they're not. And then this is why, like, people were like, "Oh man, Cashman has to give up all of his chips for." I'm like, guys, think about the market. These guys are trying to cut costs right now. These teams are trying to release salary. You know, you can get people, cents on the dollar if you really look at it, a la like a freaking Giancarlo trade. And it just seemed like to me. Why get the best defensive shortstop that's out there? I don't know. No, we didn't have any problems defensively.
Now would be the time to finesse. Now would be the time to make something happen.
Practice, everybody. Everyone, practice is spreading.
Everybody's looking to cut costs. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe the Yankees are looking to cut costs.
Of course they are. They're on a budget.
It's frustrating, man. It's definitely frustrating, and it's only because we haven't won shit. Like it's like we're regressing. We're not, we're not going forward.
That window.
Right, 2019, we made it. Right, 2019, we made it to the ALCS. Right, 2020, what happened in a fucked up season? What happened? We got beat up by the Rays.
Off in Yankee Stadium.
We got beat up by the Rays.
All right, guys,
So
this
it's
is the two moods right now. Okay, Padres, I'm trying to win. Mets, I'm trying to win. Yankees, let's wait and see what happens with DJ LeMahieu.
It's almost cocky, bro. It's almost that Yankee arrogance. Like, yo, we up here, y'all down here. We'll wait and let y'all do what you want to do, and we'll still beat you. But that's not facts.
Listen, man. Some players have the luck to play and be part of a team for 15, 20 years, right? To be in the league for 15, 20 years as a player. Shit flies, B. Time flies, and these guys are like, oh, let's just wait and see. No, man. How do you know that you're gonna even make it to the playoffs next year?
You don't.
Like, we need to shore up. We need to strengthen everything. Like you can't just be like lackadaisical with all this shit, because you never know what's gonna happen. We just fucking ran through, going into 2020 thinking that it was gonna be the best fucking year of all time, and it just turned to shit. Why? Because shit happens.
Yeah,
shit happens. So how do you protect yourself from the shit happening? Making sure that you got the right people, make the right moves, make the right trades, but you got to make moves. You can't just think, no, we got Judge, we got this guy. Guess what? Injuries happen. So what move are you going to make to make sure that if there are injuries, there is bullshit that's going on right now, what are you doing to make sure that, hey, we're good, we're all right, we're making the right moves? San Diego did that. The Dodgers are doing that and did that and won the ring. Isn't that what we want to do? Isn't that what we play to win? I don't know, man. This shit is frustrating.
Joe's, you feel like you got a lot on your mind. Look like you got a lot on your mind.
Listen, all I know is my mood is, as soon as I seen that, we were about to go live right before, and right. All I see was, excuse me, they did what? And I just felt like the Yankees are like, oh, you know what? We'll play this game with DJ, and then we'll revisit kind of like this Lindor thing. Like, the market's not waiting for you, fam. Like, and I know that free agency didn't really necessarily start or whatever it is, because nothing's really come off the board free agent wise. But you can explore the trade market to increase your leverage with free agents. If people start seeing that big market teams are coming off the board, then maybe you'll get cheaper prices free agent wise.
And we can't say that Cleveland wouldn't have made this deal with us, because we've done plenty deals with Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Now imagine DJ probably was like, "I listen, man. Take 10 million less as soon as you saw Lindor, 10 million more, 15 million more on the contract, please, because now his price went up. And maybe that the Yankees wasn't even in it's
confusing.
Anybody was looking at Lindor.
I don't know. Like, and then is this, and then you lose Canely for like almost nothing. Like, and then I get it. You could have had Canely for like 200. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that much money. But hey, we're gonna be rocking with Adam Warren. I don't know what the I don't know what the plan is. What are we doing? So, I don't know what's gonna happen. Yankees have to better their rotation. Yankees have to better their bullpen. Yankees have to fill up a hole in the infield. Yankees have to shore up their defense. Yankees need to figure out what's going on in the outfield. And there's just, I don't know. We got Socrates Brito, and we have Adam Warren, and we lost Holder.
We also got
we lost Canely. We lost Tyon. What am I saying? We lost Paxton. We lost Tanaka, and then Tanaka saying, well, it doesn't seem, people were saying like
Sevy's probably not even going to be ready.
Sevy's not ready at the beginning of the year. That's 100%. That's going to happen in the middle, of the year or whatever.
Ahmad Rosario is also going to Cleveland.
Okay, so
Ahmed Rosario.
Ahmed Rosario. So it's a major leaguer. You got a shortstop going that way as well. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Yankees just didn't match up with them well. I would love to think that the Yankees had something maybe that they can do with that, but they weren't able to get Lindor.
A lot of the times Cashman doesn't want to get beat, yes, but then there's also times where teams trying to beat Cashman over the head and
Yeah,
then
but
accept
I don't
some
know.
change from another team. No, and we hear it. I mean, it's not like I'm, we're just making shit up. Like, we actually see what they were asking for. Like, oh yeah, they were asking for such and such and such and such, right? And we were like, nah. Sometimes the best move is the one that you don't make. Like when the Yankees almost traded Sevy, Judge, and I forgot who else. In 2014, I think it was, or 2015. Look how things could change. But right now, Sevy, Judge, Gary, all these guys are up.
Bro, but okay, 2014 is a different mindset because now we're looking at, the Yankees ended up after that going into a rebuilding process, right? Now we're at the point where, okay, we can't fuck with this rebuild anymore and building up the farm. You gotta at some point you gotta cash in your chips before you start to depreciate. Your chips start to depreciate after a while. They start to be worth less, right? So it's kind of like, bro, if your shit's at a high, you know what I mean? Like, Yankees missed out at some point. They didn't want to trade. I know we're going way back, but Yankees didn't want to trade Eduardo Nunez in a trade for I believe it was Verlander or some shit like that. And now you look back at it, it's like, oh shit, okay.
I don't know, wasn't it Cliff Lee?
I don't remember what the fuck. I don't know. My mind I'm scatterbrained right now. I just know it was for much needed pitching. And it just feels like every year since when I can remember, Yankees have always been looking for pitching. We got Garrett Cole. Yankees are still looking for pitching. So, I mean, you got Carlos Carrasco, and you get Lindor. I mean, the Mets are in a good spot, man. And I just want to know, what is the plan with the Yankees? Is it just, you know what, we're going to try to win with this team? It just feels like they're just going to bring back with the same status quo and just say, hey, let's give it another college try with the same people. Fuck, let's try the same shit over and over again just to see if we don't get the same result. It's a 60-game season, guys, so we can't really count it. All right, we're gonna bank on Gary coming back. We're gonna bank on Gleyber Torres being better defensively. We're gonna bank on, hopefully we have fucking DJ or we have somebody else. I don't know what's going on. Let's bring in. And I was ready to come on to this podcast and be nice and positive and talk about how Brito and this and Greg Allen are maybe a precursor to some other deals that the Yankees are working on, and then this shit happens. And it's like, what are we doing? And like, I don't know. I know in cash we trust or whatever, but spring training is a fucking month away. Pop.
Yeah. So get all your horses together now. And I mean, this is New York, man. This is New York. We're the other New York team. They're the other New York team. Shout out to you Mets fans. I know you're feeling 2021. Happy New Year. Like, right away. This is the first week of the year. Today being the 7th. This is 7 days into the year, and you got Francisco Lindor. You got Carlos Cookie Carrasco coming over for Ahmed Rosario, Andres Jimenez, Josh Wolf, and Isaiah Green. Looks like the Mets won that trade to me. And you guys are set up. You already made moves to get McCann. And I'm looking at it as a Yankee fan as, yo, Cashman and y'all, wake up. Wake up, because the Mets are going to steal the front page, the back page.
I don't even give a fuck about the front page. I want a good team. Give me a good team defensively.
It's competition, right?
Give me a good starting pitching.
I do believe the Mets deal wouldn't have worked for the Yankees. The Yankees wouldn't have been able to put together 4 players to trade to Cleveland to get Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco. I feel like the Mets get different love than us. They're the Mets, the lovable losers types. We're the Yankees, 27 rings, bro. But I just want the Yankees to wake up. You're at the top. Act like you're at the top. You don't have to wait on anybody to do what you want to do. Now your neighbors in Queens are doing what they want to do because they got a new owner in Steve Cohen who's not afraid. He's going to tweet about it. He's going to go get it done. And now Mets fans are out there feeling like they won today, and they did. So have a good time, Mets fans. Yankee fans, we're all sitting here like, man, can we sign DJ and get a move along with this thing? We want the Yankees to come back,
I just want my team to take this shit serious. We're supposed to not take this shit serious. All right. I'm going to be... I just want to win.
You know how this, how all of this goes away? You know how all of this goes away?
Sign DJ.
Signings? sign DJ, sign Bauer, and then get Brad Hand. Well, 3 signings. Get Brad Hand, and sign Bauer.
But Chris,
I can't even.
Sign DJ.
the
I'm just
Yankees
reacting.
lost money on the gate last year. The Yankees, they don't have the money that we think they have because we didn't buy tickets last year.
Like, you know what? Let's just put it in a Trevor, please, a payment plan, if you will. Plan. You know,
We broke
put a down payment now.
We ain't got it.
We ain't got it. Ain't got no money. Ain't got no picture.
clothes.
Ain't make no
Ain't got no
sounds.
car.
I'm just
Can't
reacting.
get no hoes.
I'm just reacting, guys. I'm not gonna say yet that the Yankees are having a horrible offseason, right? Because
I can.
you know it's not
It's
done,
2021,
right?
year.
Even though it's only 1 month left to spring training, I'm not gonna say that the Yankees have the horrible offseason. But I tell you right now, the Yankees better get their fucking shit together. Because I swear to you, if we roll out to spring training with the same fucking team, I'm gonna be pretty freaking pissed off. It's been a very long time since 2009. I hate to talk about this, you know. And I seen a meme and I laughed. Okay, I didn't want to laugh, but I laughed. Okay, where they said, "Hey, we're in 2021. Some people are still left back in 2020, and hey, the Yankees are back in 2009." And you know what? I kind of chuckled. I didn't want to laugh, but I laughed.
It was hilarious. You know when the season ended for us? October 9th.
Bruh.
The season ended October 9th. We're in what? January 7th? That 4 months? Just about 4 months, B. And Cortez, Greg Allen, the trifecta of all trifectas of signings for Yankees now.
Mm-hmm.
We got worse so far. We
I
haven't
don't
gotten
think-
better.
I don't think we got better. I mean,
We got worse.
can we talk about the losses? Tanaka, Paxton, right?
And even Hap.
Fucking
I mean, I hate
Kane,
Hap, but Hap gave
if-
us some innings, and he is no longer going to be a Yankee. So
That's 3 starting pitchers. Canely, 2 relievers, and an infielder who's basically our MVP. What? And then motherfuckers want to write articles talking about, well, the Yankees won because.
and then other people are writing articles about the Dodgers being interested in DJ, where I'm like, nope. I know it's just talk and rumors, but that's gonna
In a
really
way,
piss
you
me
know what?
off because they can
In a way,
afford
though,
them.
because it could be petty sometimes. Keith.
Yeah.
I could be petty sometimes, man. I could be petty. You know, like, you know what? Let's fucking lose DJ on purpose. Let's lose DJ on purpose. Because maybe the cockiness, if there is some type of cockiness, everything is gonna go their way, or shit is gonna be falling in their lap, just like Stanton did, goes away, and maybe they'll be more aggressive. You know what I mean? I thought when Cohen bought the Mets that the Yankees were gonna start making moves right now because they knew that they have on somebody else with fucking money. And still,
And this isn't even a money move by Cohen. This is just a smart baseball move.
Mhm.
It's not about budget.
Yeah.
Not yet.
right?
If they want to re-sign Lindor, it's going to be about budget. And Steve Cohen, after seeing Lindor play for the Mets this year, I'm sure he's going to say, keep that guy right here in Queens with us. What does it cost?
Right. He's gonna sign him. He's like, yo, here's your uniform, here's your contract, millions and millions of dollars. Here you go. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. It's frustrating.
You stupid.
Frustrating.
They're not.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
You stupid.
2021?
Yeah.
So that meme, and they had 20, and then they had
And you know
it's-
what's funny? I named this shit, New Year or 13th month. And I don't know.
I just noticed that.
I would like
It's still
to know.
2020.
Yeah, so the trade market's been hot. Yankees have been active, but not as active as we would like it to be. They've been basically creating space for other teams. And and meanwhile, everybody is
Man, the
getting
Yankees
ready.
are for the people, man. The Yankees for
Yeah.
the people.
The Yo, when
Yeah,
the
everybody
Yankees said, you
always
know what,
on.
they're right now in a pattern, in a holding pattern with DJ, where they're in a situation where they're wait and see approach. And meanwhile, everybody's like moving and grooving. And it just feels like the Yankees offseason hinges on DJ LeMahieu and that's it. Okay?
See,
That's it. Okay? Is DJ LeMahieu, and then if DJ LeMahieu sends it somewhere else, well, we tried, guys, and get all of these minor pieces. Hey, guys, we'll give it another college go next year. And you know what? We're going to get somebody in the... You don't get anybody at the trade deadline to better this team. You don't do that. You don't do it for a couple of years in a row, actually. You don't do that. So it's like, I don't know. The Yankees keep banking on this. You know what? We got this really good lineup that's going to take us all the way, that keeps getting injured over and over and over again. So you know what? Let's try the different, let's try the same thing. Bring in somebody that has some durability. I would like that. That would be nice.
Or sign the guy that is the most consistent guy in the lineup, that doesn't get hurt, that just hits with runners in scoring position, leads us off, sets the plate for us. Like, I don't know.
I'm just curious to see, guys. Market, you guys can bank it right now. I mean, I don't know exactly how many days. I don't know if somebody in the chat wants to type in countdown, so that way I could see the spring training. You know, when we're supposed to start. Spring training, according to baseball officials and stuff like that, is supposed to start on time, and opening day is supposed to start on time. So all those things are supposed to start on time. Here we go. 1 month, 7 days, 10 hours, 58 minutes, and 2 seconds. So
February
thank you.
15th.
Thank you so much, Heraclio. Appreciate it.
I just like to take a quick look at the notes. And the Yankees are interested in Puig, so that's pretty cool.
I mean,
Yep.
It is, but it isn't. They should be interested in Puig. They actually were supposed to be checking on Puig last year. And then even when Judge went down last year and Puig was trying to get back into the league, and he did sign with the Braves, but then, tested positive for COVID, and he never actually ended up on the Braves.
Yeah.
And I think the Orioles were interested in him. And, the Yankees were supposed to be checking on Puig back then, so I'm sure they checked on him again now. I don't think he ends up here. He's a right fielder. He's a character. He's one of the better baseball players that I'm surprised didn't get a shot in the last year. But the Yankees name coming up in that rumor, I think they said there was 5 teams.
Yeah, which means they always throw the Yankees name in there. So
because can I say something? This is what we all know as Yankee fans, or you should know as Yankee fans with the market, right? The Yankees are up top. We're talking payroll. We're talking championships, winning culture. We're talking about marketability, market one, New York. So the Yankees are up top. They should be checking on everyone. It is their due diligence to check on everyone because they can technically afford everyone, and everybody wants to be a Yankee. Everybody wants to play baseball in New York. But in this current 2021 budget, sit on our hands, wait and see. These are not the same New York Yankees going out there pursuing free agents, pursuing possible deals and moves.
Yeah.
You're looking at a watered down version of the Yankees, kind of just like
cheap is not the right word to use with the Yankees because of their payroll, right? It's just,
I didn't say cheap.
I'm not saying with you. I'm just saying, like, people call the Yankees cheap. I don't think it's the right word to use with them. It just feels like asset allocation is not like, I don't know what's going on with the Yanks. Like, people just gotta. I know we could say, hey, people just gotta stay on the field and stuff like that, but it just kind of seems like we keep bringing in these.
That's what I was gonna.
Players.
That's what I was gonna say from before. How, like, they're not complaining, but it's more like, the money and everything, and how the payroll is this high. I was like, bro, but you did that. Like, you made these signings. You put the team in this situation. And obviously with good reason. You should go for a Stanton, right? You should go for a Cole and everything. I don't know about that Higgs contract, but it's still relatively cheap for what he can do when he's on the field, right? Because it's $10 million a year, right? But this, that there's certain moves that you need to make, obviously. So it's like you put yourself in that, in that wall or in that position. And now it's like, oh, now we can't do this because of that. But we need to make these moves, right? Because whatever you have on the contract now didn't work and hasn't worked for 11 years. So something has to change. I don't know what it is. I mean, is the health? Maybe if the Yankees were more healthy, maybe things would have been different. You know what I mean? If you still want to talk about 2017 and what could have been, I don't want to talk about that anymore. It happened already. It was 4 years ago.
It's way done.
So it's way done already. That's it. It's whatever. Let's move on.
Oh man, I just seen the Mets official post with Lindor in the Mets uni, Carlos Carrasco in the Mets uni. Welcome to New York, and all you Yankee fans that were dreaming of Lindor. And then I think it's funny that Brian Cashman came out and said Gleyber Torres is a better second baseman. So are you looking for a shortstop? Were you looking for a shortstop? Because one of the best shortstops in the game just came to New York, and he's not putting on Yankee pinstripes. He's putting on them blue and white pinstripes. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, guys. So good shit.
We got some questions, man. We got
baseball
some
Twitter is lit right now.
We got questions.
Yo, they going crazy, B. They're going crazy. I put in cash we trust. But son, listen, we have Judge, we have Sanchez, we have Gleyber, we have Gio, we got Luke, we got Hicks, Stanton. We have a fucking solid team. I mean, there's really no reason to be old. We're down because we know that if we trot out that team again, it's who knows, right? Who knows what's gonna happen? Obviously, we got to shore up some spots, but we got a solid team, man. We got a solid team, and Cole, solid team. Like who else we got pitching, man? we lost 3 pitchers, B. Who else we got pitching? Cole, Davey,
and then
Schmidt.
we're probably hoping Domingo Germán can be a starter for us. We're hoping that our young guys, Davey, Clark, Schmidt, take the next step. We're hoping that Jordan Montgomery is a solid starter, whether he's our 3 or 5. It's not great as of January 7th. There's a lot to be seen here.
Yeah, guys. So I just had to get that out. I was had a negative moment, but you know what? It's all right. That's why I got it off. It's okay. Got this freaking anger nut off, I guess. But they got a.
Wait, hold on.
I said what?
Excuse me, so what?
A lot of times I need to shut the fuck up. It's just. Why don't you?
More action. Everybody should shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Cash, more action, man. More action.
So yeah, like
I don't want to hear. Well, this guy and DJ. I don't want to hear about that. Let's make the signings happen, man.
Yeah, I want to. So I kind of want to see what the Yankees are doing. If the Yankees make these moves, that'll be some moves. For all we know, then we'll be like, all right, whatever. It's fine with Lindor and this, that, and the third. It is what it is. Yankees missed the boat on that one, but it's Jesus Christ.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, hey.
What else we got in the news?
And it's okay. Guys, it's okay. It's okay to be pissed. It's okay to be angry. But at the end of the day, we're the fucking Yankees. You know what I mean? We gotta go out there and fight and work with the hand that was dealt. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You don't get mad at Uno when you don't get a draw 4 or draw 2. Yeah, you get mad at first, but then
but you could in Uno you don't see the deck. If you played Uno and you could see the deck, you might play the games differently. The Yankees can see the deck.
Sure.
Yankees see the deck. All right. They see that there's a draw. The next one, all right, the next one is a draw 4, okay? And the Yankees choose to play the number 2 in their card, okay? Instead of picking up the draw 4, that's probably gonna, and the guy has Uno.
See, but the thing is, Joe, you can't see the deck. So the hand that was dealt, that's what you got to deal with. So whatever you pick up, you got to work with that. If you got to draw. If you got to pick up 10 cards and the next card in the deck is not a draw 2, hey, guess what? Pick up the 10 cards and get to fucking work. Put the, it is what it is, man. We got Judge. We got Sanchez. We got Gio. We got Gleyber. We got a solid team.
Question marks.
But as of right now, they're healthy. And it's horrible that every time Judge or Stanton makes a play or Hicks is like, fuck, is he hurt? It is frustrating. But at the end, when they're on, There's not many people that could beat us, man. We just gotta get, like I said, listen, all this shit goes away if we go out there, we sign DJ, we sign Trevor Bauer, sign Brad Hand, and other pieces or whatever to show up the bench or whatever. And that's it. Like the news and all this shit, if that's what people care for, will come back to us. I don't care about that. I care about winning. I want a fucking ring already. What are you doing to get a ring? That should be the question. 2021. What are you doing to get a ring? But Josh, what are you doing to get a ring? But the money, what are you doing to get a ring? That's it. I don't want to hear about playoffs.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. As of today, it's a Mets town. Twitter is. I've never seen so many Mets logos on the Twitter feed.
Now everybody's a fucking Met fan.
Yeah, but
everybody's a Met fan.
Eddie Soto said, and thank you so much for the super chat. He says, does this put the Mets as the clear winners in the NL East? I think you got to see the whole.
I wouldn't say that either because the Mets are the Mets. The Mets will find a way to out Mets themselves, even if we've seen them stack up.
Well, I'm not going to say that anymore just because they have a new owner. I think the Mets were the Mets because of their owners made them a Mickey Mouse corporation. I mean,
yeah,
I believe it when I see it. I can't say that they're taking their division off this move. The Braves are in their division.
No.
The Nationals that won the World Series 2 years ago are in their division. The Marlins are going to get better. The Phillies have a lot of talent. They need to sign JT Realmuto. Yeah, I can't say that the Mets just take the division now that they got Cookie Carrasco and Frankie Lindor and James McCann. And if they sign George Springer.
Yeah, the chat's saying you can't say the Mets are being the Mets anymore because every action that they've taken in this offseason has been
playing today, people. They're not playing today. So they're the Mets until they get back on the field and show me they're not the Mets.
Every action that they've taken this offseason has been like the definition of the opposite of how the Mets normally operate. So do the Mets make this move?
They would have gave up.
Last year, do the Mets make this move?
Gave up
No.
This is un-Mets-like.
Yeah. So
they would have given up the whole left side of the infield plus Thor or Carrasco only, not Lindor.
Like the Knicks, right? In the offseason, the Knicks tore it down, started over, front office, head coach, drafted some new players, made some trades, got some new veterans into the Knicks system, and now that culture change is actually showing on the court. The Knicks are 5-3. The Knicks are beating good teams. The Mets are the Mets until they show me. The Mets are the Mets until they put it all together on the field. And on paper right now, they look great. Right now, it is a Mets town and a hell of a day for Mets fans, but they're still the Mets.
Got to change that song too, man.
All right,
meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
So the Dodgers, by the way, guys, the Dodgers.
Get Nas to do the song.
Yeah, the Dodgers, Reds are talking to DJ LeMahieu more and more in free agency. Everybody, you know what everybody's seeing, and I know everybody keeps talking about, the free agency, stuff like that. I feel like the Yankees are kind of playing this waiting game and trying to get the bargain bin kind of thing. And for all intents and purposes, they may do that in free agency because a lot of people are filling up their holes via trading, and a lot of teams want to, and it's a great time to trade too, because a lot of teams, if you have money available, a lot of teams have, the need because of, last season, 2020, they want to get rid of and shed salary, and that's what happened here. And, you'll probably see like some trades like that, like, whoa, what the hell? So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. We'll freaking see.
You know what I'll say about this whole thing with the Mets too? Fortune favors the bold. No risk it, no biscuit. The Mets are out here doing what they want to do in their owner's first offseason. He's not waiting on anybody to tell him anything. Like that's the difference, right? I just saw someone go, Steve Cohen greater than Cashman, and I responded. I said, that's an owner and a GM. It's not, you can't compare the two. Cashman has to wait on the Steinbrenners to say, go do what we got to do. Steve Cohen is out here live tweeting and shit. Like it's different. Like it's different. It's a different energy, man. The Yankees, I think this will be I know the Yankees are competitive. I know the Yankees, You know, they might not be thinking about the Mets, but this day today will be a day where the Yankees are looking at themselves and saying, okay, what are we actually doing? Because over there, you take the 7 line, not too far, get over there by I don't even know what the stop is called. Queens City Field. They're getting ready to play baseball in a month. They're getting ready to compete this year, and we got worse in the last couple months.
Yankees.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
That's ask yourself that. Please let us know. Got a couple of questions from Twitter, and if you guys have questions in the comments, let us know as well. If you want to leave us a voicemail, feel free to do so. 347-389
questions.
Yeah, leave us a voicemail. Leave us a voicemail, 347-389-4898, if you want to do so.
Also, some reviews too, man. Some reviews on the pod.
We got reviews?
No, we don't, but
okay.
Leave us some reviews for sure.
Send us reviews.
Yeah.
Send us reviews. Leave us voicemails. That's how you say it. The proper.
Our first one is from DZ. First question from DZ.
DZ, you think we're gonna get to go back to the stadium this season? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, I'm dead set on it.
I think so.
And we are all stadium guys. I don't think the Yankees, I don't think the city of New York will go back-to-back years, 2020 and 2021, without letting people in the stadiums. We're watching the NBA. The Utah Jazz have people in the stands. I think the Orlando Magic. There are different states that are already doing this. And then when you look at New York, the Buffalo Bills will be hosting 6,700 fans. And I know that is Western New York. That is far west, but it's still a state of New York. If these vaccines and if these, I don't even want to get into that whole conversation, but if these people out here do what they're supposed to do and the vaccines hit, I really do think there's a chance that we can be back in the stadium this summer. When I put out that tweet, it actually ended up banging off where I was just saying, I need the Yankees. I need baseball in my life. I need something to worry about every day. I need the gates to be open by summer. I really do think by May or June, we should be back in there.
Okay.
Not everybody, not full capacity.
Yeah, not full capacity. I mean, how many people does the stadium hold? Like 40, 48K, 47K, something like that?
I mean, with standing room, they go over 50,000 when they sell those standing room tickets.
Yeah, the seats are like 48, but then there's, obviously 5,000-10,000.
Put 20,000 people in there for the first game. The first game we're allowed 20,000.
Yeah, I think. I mean, right now, I just got a notification that the WWE might have people at the Royal Rumble which is this month. So if they're planning to have people at the Royal Rumble, I don't see. And obviously, everything has to be done right. We can't just allow mad people in there for no fucking reason. Do it right. I think it could be possible. The price, though, might be crazy. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about. The price might be crazy because there's not going to be a lot of people.
They should do raffles and shit, like raffle for people to buy shit, like a random raffle. But so basically, the answer to that is
yes.
I hope so.
Next question. Thank you, DZ, for
appreciate you, bro.
The question, man. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. From Yank Pinstripes. Who do you think will be more of a threat this season, the Rays or the Blue Jays?
The Rays, because I still believe
the Blue Jays.
I still believe that the Rays have experience now. You can't say that they don't have experience. They got experience, even though they got away. No Charlie Morton. They traded away Snell. They can still put together a team. And I'm telling you guys, when Wander Franco gets up to the majors, he's going to be a problem. I keep telling people that. That guy is serious. Wander Franco is a freaking prodigy as shortstop. He's going to do damage when he gets up. And they have other people as well. They just put more people. By that Blake Snell trade helped them bring in some more talent. They know what the hell they do. When it comes to their
history of, I'm sorry, Jogo.
They know what they do when it comes to like their, building their farm and building their team according to what, the financial constraints that they have. They're going to have a really good bullpen. One thing you're going to say, They're gonna have a really good bullpen next year.
Mhm.
They're gonna be managed how they've been managed, very analytically, and they're gonna have probably pretty good farm and very good talent on the field. Even if they trade this guy, and they're still looking to trade him. Their center fielder that freaking bothers me.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Yeah, Kiermaier.
Kiermaier.
Yeah, and I believe Franco can play center field. So
I will go for nothing. I will go for a Kiermaier if I was the Yanks. I mean, we don't really need him. We have.
I'm good. I'm going with that.
We don't need him.
If they're looking to sign Puig, and Hicks goes down again.
I don't think they're looking.
Yankees have 6 outfielders
I think
right
they
now.
just checked on him.
Yankees have 6 outfielders right now.
That was a bet. That was
6.
They're checking on him. They're not that they're going to sign him, but we don't have Gardy either. We haven't signed Gardy.
Gardy will be back. He'll be the last thing to get done. Even if he signs for the low, he'll be the last one to get done.
They might trade Tauchman, bro. They might trade
Trade
Tauchman.
who?
They might trade Tauchman.
Yeah.
They might find a way to trade Tauchman or something like that. I can see that.
But no, that's the thing. Like, we don't have Gardy. They might trade Tauchman. Then who's?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because the reason I say
Aaron Hicks,
Clint,
Aaron Judge. Those are the 3 outfielders, and they're expecting those guys to be healthy.
I got Hicks and Judge maybe missing a few series.
That's what I'm saying.
In time for the playoffs.
If I had to bet on it, if I had to put 100 on Hicks and Judge missing a couple series or not, yeah, I'm putting 100 on them definitely getting hurt at some point and missing a few series.
I mean negative.
Just going off of what you have to go off of.
They haven't shown me they can stay on the field.
Going off their track record.
So that's what I'll say with that is just I mean I don't think you know what I was saying when I was gonna come onto the podcast when they added Greg Allen and they added Brito and all that stuff, I was saying, you know, the Yankees are making these depth moves because they're gonna make another move. I still feel that way. Maybe they're just doing that because I don't believe that they're gonna go into the season with so many outfielders. I think that there is some sort of plan that they're going to do. Maybe they're going to trade some people. That's why I think, you know, either Tauchman or you know, they're going to do that. So whatever. So to me, it's so you said the Blue Jays. For me, it's the Rays. I don't know.
For me, it's the Rays.
Blue Jays. The Rays. I think it's the Blue Jays. Well, the question said threat, right? The threat. I think because we know what the Rays could do. And I think the Blue Jays, because they had some, the first time playoff experience, and they still got up and coming hungry stars, right? In Bo and Vlad Jr. And they made some other moves last season, and they made it to the playoffs, even in this weird ass season. But I think they're going to come even hungrier. They're already pesky with us. The only thing is that they don't have a home, right? They're in Florida right now. They're not in Toronto, but other than that, I think that Toronto could be a threat. I already know what the Rays are going to get. I already know they're going to fight.
Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, the Blue Jays are going to be a threat, but the Rays are going to be more of a threat. They just went to the World Series. You think they're not hungry to get back? You think they're not making plans to get back?
I mean, I want to know what they're going to do with the pitching, though, because they lost their ace. They lost. Yeah, they traded Snell and they traded
Charlie.
Now I'm not saying that the Rays won't be a problem. I know they're going to be a problem. They always a problem. But now, I mean, they would trade certain pieces or whatever, but now they traded Snell, similar to how they traded James Shields and who was the other pitcher that they traded before?
Jake Odorizzi. I don't know.
More?
Price.
They traded David Price when he was, doing this. So it's like, all right, what's going to happen? Usually there's like a little period where, they're fumbling and mumbling, and then they get back together and become,
I just think in their system, right? You just said they traded their ace. They don't care about aces. Like they traded their ace in Blake Snell. They didn't let their ace go all the way that he could have gone in the World Series. They had to trade him. He doesn't want to be a part of that type of system anymore. So I think the Rays will. They have a replacement ready. They have a strategy ready. They have changed the game of baseball with how they don't pay players and how they use their players and get the most out of these farm guys. And Joe's was talking about Franco. They got some other guys that we're going to get real familiar with this year.
Real familiar.
And we're going to be like, damn, like, how do they do it? How do they keep reloading? They're like the opposite of us.
Yeah. And Toronto's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And and the Blue Jays are going to be a year older with
Yeah.
The thing
postseason
with Blue Jays
experience.
is that right
If
now,
they sign
presently, they
George
don't have
Springer,
the pitching.
like another threat, like for real.
Lad lost weight.
Yeah.
I'm saying, man.
Biggio wants war. Randall Grichuk. That we already know. We already know. In our own division, we got to deal with the Rays and the Blue Jays. And they still both can make moves. They still both can get better.
All right, so we have.
I don't think Trevor will go. I don't think
He's
Trevor
gonna go where the bag is.
All right. Well, let's see. So we have did I just erase all of our?
We have
notes?
The last question was, oh shit, my phone died. The last question was about what do we think it would take to get Lindor? The Iron,
Ironically,
right? Well, I'll tell you the deal right now.
It would take
Ahmed Rosario, a bucket of baseballs.
What was it? 2 minor leaguers, 2 major leaguers?
Andres Jimenez. Andres Jimenez is his name? Andres Jimenez, Ahmed Rosario, and 3 other. There was another guy, Green something Green. There was like a five players going to Cleveland, and then Mets getting Cookie and Lindor. So at least Gio got his friend right in New York. Gio got his best friend.
Good for Gio to hang out with one of the Mets and reconnect.
All right, guys, let's get a live look at the Yankees front offices, guys. A live look at the Yankees front offices right now.
Yankees right now. Hey, Bruce.
I love that was the last question. It said, you guys probably get this question a lot, but what would you honestly give up for Lindor if he's either a rental or a guaranteed long-term deal? And before we could even go live, the Mets did what they had to do to get him as a rental, and most likely the same way the Dodgers got Mookie and then signed him to a mega deal, they're going to do the same with Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
Lindor probably just heard New York and thought the Yankees, and then it's like, oh, it's the Mets. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Crazy.
I retweeted on the JomboyMedia Twitter during JM winter meetings. Like they said this, Passon said, oh, he's going to go to New York. And we all got excited. Like the Yankees? No, the Mets. Like Buster Only said he's going to either go to the Blue Jays or the Mets. Like people have known about the rumblings and the rumors, but the Mets said, wait, if he's even considering this, or if let's check on it and actually make it happen. And it got done today.
Diego said Cashman right now is watching Netflix. And I bet you Netflix is even actually asking freaking Cashman, are you still there? Because I know we are.
Are you still watching?
Yes.
Are you watching what's going on in your city?
Yeah.
The Mets just brought in Francisco Lindor and Cookie Carrasco, a starting shortstop that you could use and a starting pitcher that you definitely could use.
Would be nice.
And no, I'm done.
We got another question
I'm going to say the Indians wouldn't have done this for us, yo. So let's not even worry about it. The Indians wouldn't have made this.
I don't believe that. I think that the Indians would have did it with anybody that would have taken that money. They wanted people to just take the money. I'm going to be honest. That's all they cared about. You look at this trade, that's all they cared about. Take the bread.
Yep. It's a dump of cash.
So Eddie Soto asked on YouTube right now. Eddie Soto is asking hold on. Thank you so much for the super chat as well. He said, Monty, Davey, Schmidt, which one is going to give us the biggest impact? I think people are sleeping on Monty.
Now give us the biggest impact.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got Monty.
Well, out of those 3, Monty has so much more MLB experience, way more innings than Devi and Clark combined. So I would hope that he's ready to make that much of an impact. He pitched for us well in the playoffs.
That playoff start,
that bodes well for his confidence going into the offseason. He's got to be picking up the ball this year saying, yo, I'm in this rotation, and I should be the number 3. Maybe the 2, depending on what moves we make. Obviously, Cole is the 1, and then I think we got to get a number 2 behind him. We can't bank on Sevy coming back, and we don't know about Tanaka, but I expect Monty to make the most of an impact because he's a veteran. He's not young. He's been around for some time now. His rookie season was 2017.
Somebody asked me something about Schmidt.
2017.
Yeah. What you said?
No, 2018, I think.
2018.
No, 2018.
2018,
because
he
he was out with Tommy John, and then Tommy John, he was out for 2019. And then he came back last season. So yeah, I think it was 2018, his rookie season, and then 2019 he was out. But Monty, talk about a game winner. Like we literally could have gone home if he didn't pitch how he pitched.
I feel like he's a gamer. Man. He's a gamer. Monty's a gamer.
Yeah, I think he's a gamer too. I like Monty, lefty as well. So, and maybe that's the reason they don't run to Paxton, even though we lost 3 pitchers. I think she just bring back Tanaka, man.
I'm telling you, man, that's tempting.
Man. You bring Tanaka said that was bullshit about him going back to Japan if the Yankees don't sign him. He said that's bullshit. Maybe that's bullshit too. But you never know. But Tanaka said, "Nah, I'm not going to Japan if I don't get signed."
Yeah. Somebody asked me like, "Yo, do you if Schmidt is healthy, do you think he could be top 10 Cy Young?" I'm like, "Whoa, next year? What are we talking about here?"
Did people not watch him come in and pitch this past season?
I just feel like he has growing to do. You know, like why are we putting that on him right now? That's the same thing with Davey. Like where I'm not putting. That's why I don't want the Yankees going into next season planning for both of these kids to be in the rotation. I would rather
can't bank on that.
Yankees need to fill out their rotation, right? They need to fill out their rotation, and they need to make Schmidt, Davey, and whatever other kids that they want compete for that last spot. Fine. Don't give me those kids having 2 spots in the rotation, because then we're doing something wrong here. One of the kids you didn't even trust enough to start game 2 of the freaking what are we doing?
Right. And that's what gets me fucking tight. Because as per the organization, the Yankee organization, Davey was not going to be good enough to pitch more than the 1 inning that he pitched. But then you want to convince us or try to convince us that he's part of the rotation moving forward. You didn't even trust him enough to take you to the promised land in game 2. You know what I mean? So it's like you're gonna tell me now that Schmidt didn't even pitch, in the playoffs. So it's like now you're gonna tell me, for the whole season, 150, 160 games, how many games we're gonna play. Now you're gonna tell me that I gotta trust these 2 dudes. And listen, I love Davey.
Right.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess we know now. Davey. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You know what I mean? I love Davey. I love Schmidt. But come on, you can't tell me, look me dead in my face and seriously, these are the guys. These are our workhorses. And no, man, come on.
As fans, right? I have somebody talking to me right now on Twitter. Shout out to Paul Ledotti, right? This guy just says, we're talking about the Yankees and the moves that they haven't made. And, Dan Rourke posted a picture of 2021 Fall Classic Subway Series back on. I said, how do we get there? And all these Yankee fans are saying, Paul writes, by watching the rest of the NL or the rest of the AL send their best players to the NL. I said, that's not how you win. Like the Yankees can't say,
I hate that. That's the same shit. That's the same thoughts where people are like, did the Yankees get stronger because the Rays get weaker? Motherfucker, why are we thinking that way?
So I say to him, listen, new players will emerge. Every year we find new players that were not major leaguers that all of a sudden have emerged. I say young players will get their shot. You don't get better by your opponents making moves while you sit on your hands. The Yankees are regressing. Then Paul says to me, okay, well, we don't have new players that will emerge. We know who we have. We have the same team.
Bro. They
and then he says, well, Schmidt and Garcia will take a step forward. They'll take a step forward, but you cannot tell me that the Yankees are expecting them to take a step forward and be in the rotation when, just like Chris said, they didn't even have the confidence to let Davey go past the first inning in a postseason game. Now you're telling me that he's going to rock and give us all of these innings next year? There's no way this young man can pitch a full season as a starter. He's never done it. Clark Schmidt has to get innings in the minor leagues. He's never done it. Then the kid says to me, not to mention we have a top 2 pitcher in the league in Garrett Cole.
We do.
Okay. Garrett Cole is the only concrete thing we think we have, and he cost us so much that we can't make other moves to shore up the rotation. And didn't we watch him struggle at times last year, give up home runs last year?
The home runs.
Solid.
Home runs. Yep.
He's solid, but we can still lose behind Garrett Cole. And then he mentions we have a former Cy Young candidate coming back in July, August. talking about Sevy. If you are banking on Sevy coming back and being a Cy Young candidate, returning to his 2018 form in July, August, you're bugging out. Stop being delusional.
Yankees already said that they're going to have training wheels on Severino when he comes back. What do you think that means?
That means he's not going to be ready, and the hope is
he's
that
going to
he
be
can
ready.
come back and be ready to contribute by the postseason.
They're gonna, so that's
exactly.
I said before on this podcast, I don't want the Yankees to bank on Sevy. I don't want the Yankees to bank on the two kids, and I don't want the Yankees to bank on Herman. You shouldn't be banking on those things. Should be pluses, right? Where you're looking at it to the point where you should be asking yourself, "Oh my God, how are we gonna get Herman in this rotation?" No, you know what? Fuck it, we'll just put him in the pen, and that's just what it is. You know, because everybody's pitching well.
Right now, this is you can bank on two pitchers that never pitch a full season, and the whole ordeal with the pandemic and the minor leagues, they couldn't really get it going. And I understand why you send the players to the Caribbean League so they could get some work in, but going into a full season with these two young guys, I don't think it's gonna work. And then with Sevy, now you have three, so you lost three pitchers, and then you got three pitchers that you're not really sure what you're going to get out of. And then you got Monty and Cole. Those are the only short things. And then obviously Herman, who knows where Herman's head is at right now. So, in the chase for 28, you can't bank on that shit. You can't really bank on what's going on. So that's why you got to make the moves to the fallback plan. And if Sevy comes back and he does what he has to do, great. If Davey and Schmidt pitch like stars, great.
Jake said this. Look what Jake just said. He said, source said that the Dodgers were in on Lindor till the end, but wouldn't budge on certain prospects. Expect them to make their splash soon. The rare actual kind of reporting because baseball is hot in the streets. So you know what? The Dodgers just won a World Series, and we're in it till the end to acquire Lindor. Okay?
Exactly my point.
Okay?
Why aren't we saying that?
And they have a shortstop, okay? They have a shortstop in Seager, okay? Who's going to be a free agent next year. But what does that tell you? I'm not resting on my laurels. I'm trying to win again.
Saying that. We were just saying that, and we were yelling and complaining. Look at what the Dodgers are doing. We can't talk about all the payroll. The Dodgers match the fucking payroll, and I think their payroll is even higher than ours, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I'm off by a few million, right? Us yelling over millionaires, right? Billionaires, but this is the thing, man. It's about winning for us. It's about winning as a fan. This is why we follow. This is why we buy the merch. This is why we're talking. This is why we create a pod, an organization. This is why, because we love the sport. We love the team. And as much as we're putting in time, money, bro, look at the Dodgers. You don't think, like, they just won the fucking World Series with Mookie after signing him $300 million.
Dodgers have a high payroll too. Dodgers
you
can't use that excuse.
But that's what I'm saying. It just seems like it's a fucking, and I get it. But bro, pay that fucking tax. Pay that shit.
Yeah.
Guess what? Fans are gonna come back.
Guess what else
brings money? Guess what else brings in money? Winning. Yeah. When you got that fucking gold ring around your fucking finger, when you're raising that trophy over your head, that's what it's all worth. That's what you pay that for. So you tell me that the Dodgers are coming? Yeah.
If you are a good team, you want to get better. You have to pay the cost to be the boss. Let's go back. The Dodgers won the 2020 World Series. Who did they ante up and go get before that season? Mookie Betts.
Right.
The Washington Nationals won the 2019 World Series. Who did they go and get before that season? Pat Corbin. Mm-hmm. The Astros, no, I'm skipping over the Red Sox. The Red Sox in 2018 won the World Series. Who did they go get? I actually got to think about it because I don't know. They definitely made an offseason acquisition, but I'm blanking on it right now. All of them have done it.
At least you got Nestor Cortez.
I will come back with it. 2017, the Astros went and got Verlander. They either make a trade deadline move or an offseason move. The year before that, the Cubs went and got Ben Zobrist. Like, every team that is good gets better to ensure that they will get to the mountaintop. You don't get better by watching your opponents make trades and deals. You don't get better that way.
right.
When did they trade for Chris Sale?
Was the Chris Sale trade before the
Chris Sale?
2018 season? I think that was it. The Chris Sale trade. I think it happened a year before that.
Yeah.
The 2017?
They made another move. Let me see.
Yes, I
Let me
remember
see.
2017.
I'm
I remember that there was a Sale and Sevy game.
Let me
But
see. So, yeah,
it's what it is. I really hope that this is some sort of wake up move for the Yankees. Like I said, guys, the Yankees have a couple of holes, and I guess I don't want to make the podcast too long, but the Yankees have a couple of holes. This is what we want to see addressed. Okay, Cashman, we need to shore up the bullpen. I'm sorry, Cortez, Warren, and all of this stuff. I think I seen John Boy say, 2 years ago, Yankees went into the season with Canely, Chapman, Britton, Green. I'm freaking missing one.
So Chapman, Green, Warren.
Betances? Like, and
Sessa.
Sessa, I guess. If
You
want
mean like
to
the
count,
top?
I'm
You mean
talking
like
about
the
top relievers.
You mean like the top guys?
Top,
Sessa did
yeah,
pretty
top
good in the
relievers. Well, you guys already heard the names that I mentioned, and now they're down to. And I believe Ottavino. Now we have
Ottavino still.
Now we have Ottavino, which you got to figure out. We have Green, Britton, Chapman, and
Loizaga,
and fucking Sessa, and like, come on, bro. Like, you talk about this Yankee bullpen, B. Like, come on,
Luis
B. Like,
Avilan.
we need some bullpen. Need some shit for the bench. Shore up the infield. Hopefully it's with DJ, because at this point, I don't know what the hell's going on. You need to figure out what you're gonna do with, I guess, your outfield. I guess you're rocking with Clint Frazier in left. I don't know. But you better have some depth. And then we need starting pitching, which is the direct reason why we freaking lost last year. So
can never win in October without starting pitching.
we can leave it at that. I wanted to run this person's voicemail. We'll talk about it in the next one, where he was talking about Gary and just what he feels, and we'll have that on there. We'll probably do something different for that because it's an interesting voicemail.
Send in more voicemails,
yes,
so that the next time we record, we'll play that voicemail and everybody else's voicemail. If you have any thoughts on what we said today, any opinions on what we said, if you disagree with us, call up.
Yeah, it's all good. Or if you just want to talk about anything, you want to ask Keith about, like, I can't even
about why Black Lives Matter wasn't allowed to protest peacefully, and why the Trump supporters were allowed to actually break into Capitol Hill. Yeah, I would love to have a discussion.
Oh my God, I do that shit on. They could do that on Twitter too, all day. Invite him on there.
If you want to talk about wrestling and how the Royal Rumble is about to come up, and
whatever you want,
Drew McIntyre is going to fight 50-something-year-old Goldberg for the championship. We could talk about that too.
347-389-4898.
All right, guys. So
you want to talk about when Drake is going to drop? Just talk about that too.
So appreciate you guys. Visit, shop that JomboyMedia. PinstripeStrong. Go look at the store. We're gonna have some more heat coming in there as well. What happened?
Any last words?
It's time. All I can say now, Yankee fans, we're in 2021. We got a little bit over a month until spring training starts. It's time for the stove to actually get hot. Let's see what the Yankees do now. Big Uncle Steve is out here making news and making headlines. It's time. Let's see what the Yankees do.
Yeah. All right.
What are you, Joe?
You got something? Because I'm gonna just end up ending it.
don't know, man. Still wear your mask. Still wash your hands. Still wash your eyes. I was thinking about a couple of things. I'm, like New Year's resolution or whatever, but I don't want to call it a New Year's resolution. I just want to, just have some goals, set them, and hit them. And one of the goals right now is to start working out. So I feel good enough that I think I could maybe jog. So that's good.
Okay.
So hopefully you guys will see me on some videos on Twitter, on the track or whatever. Seriously, not serious fitness.
Yes. Sounds good. That sounds good.
Facts. How about you, Joe?
Yankees just. ¿Cuál es tu plan? There's a song. Look it up. Just look it up. ¿Cuál es tu plan? What is your freaking plan, Yankees? That's what I want to know. What is your freaking plan for this offseason? I don't know what the hell's going on. It just feels like vacation time out there, B. And we're just gonna roll up out of bed and roll up into spring training until you prove me different. That's how I'm fucking feeling. All right, so Yankees, ponte lo fefere. Get ready. Let's go.
Facts.
But guys, like I
always say.
Yeah. Like I always say, guys. Make sure you guys keep your pinstripes on. Yankee pinstripes, that is. Not Met pinstripes. Let's go, Yankees. Tell them, Noah. Shit gets me so fucking tight. Shit gets me so fucking tight.
The shit was mad low for mad long, yo. I gave you